It is Tuesday morning. You know what that means. It means another week of wrestling has darn near passed us by. It's gone now. It left. And while we had some solid matches this week, we had some fair matches. We had some trash matches, some awful stuff, disgusting even to watch. But then we had some matches this week, from a pay-per-view on Sunday, certain pay-per-view, that we saw a lot of. And then you watch some things back and you look at them and you're like, you know what? That thing right there, I gotta go watch it all back. I gotta go do it again. I gotta go watch it again. And I'm gonna talk about those matches. My name is Jordan Moser, and these are your top 5 matches of the week. Also wanted to run through a couple of honorable mentions that we do have, because this is a pretty fun week of wrestling. Shaq and Jade Cargill versus Cody and Red Velvet from Dynamite was not a technical masterclass in any sense, but definitely an awesome match to watch. One of the best celebrity matches that we've seen in a minute. Shaq played his role perfectly. Cody sold for him like a boss. Jade and Red Velvet really held the match together. The table spot was fantastic. Just a really nice celebrity match. Strong and Finn Balor from NXT, that main event was pretty nice as well. Definitely showed Strong can match Balor, even if he's not better. He's still his own man. He's a singles guy now, got his own music. So that was just a fun match. And we saw the steel cage match. Daniel Bryan and Jey Uso just tore it up in that steel cage, especially in the last 5 minutes of that match were spectacular. Daniel Bryan ultimately getting his match at Fastlane, thank the Lord. And then also last one I'll mention from AEW Revolution, we got Hikaru Shida versus Ryo Mizunami. That was spectacular. One of the most hard-hitting women's matches we've seen in a minute. Definitely went a little bit long. I think that's what kind of took away from it for me. But Shida just out of desperation, just taking off Ryo with everything that she had, and she definitely came out on top with that. So definitely a good performance by both of those women involved, of course. But coming in at number 5, we have from AEW Revolution, the opener. We got the Young Bucks versus Chris Jericho and MJF of the Inner Circle for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. This is a pretty fun opener. This is definitely the most vengeful and determined Young Bucks that we've seen in a minute. Definitely probably stemming back to their match at Full Gear against FTR as well. But they were fantastic in this match. Definitely MJF and Chris Jericho are jerks to the most proper extreme. And it is very lovely just to watch how jerky they can get in the ring. The poses, MJF just continuing to kick Matt Jackson in the face and say, suck it, like that. Stuff like that, while it did go on for a long time. It was pretty fun to watch at some points. One thing that was really dope that I thought it was about this match was just the near falls that happened. It definitely convinced me a lot, even though I picked the Young Bucks to win, that Chris Jericho and MJF would take the win on multiple occasions. And that didn't turn out to be the case. Young Bucks in that last 3 minutes, they took over basically. They was like, not today. Just zipper kicks to MJF all over the place, ended it with a melter driver on Chris Jericho. Definitely a fun over to get the crowd jumping and everything like that for AEW Revolution at the beginning. So that was just good stuff from all 4 men involved. Coming in at number 4 from AEW Revolution, we got the Face of the Revolution ladder match. This is a pretty solid and fun ladder match for the most part. It kind of felt a little bit disjointed at first, but definitely those last 15 minutes really came together. It really felt like the weirdest cast of characters in a ladder match that we've seen in a minute. Nobody really stood out a lot for the most part. Ethan Page debuted in this match. Yay, I'm glad he's in AEW. It definitely wasn't the right match, in my opinion, to debut him in, but he looked kind of good nonetheless. I'm hoping that he gets more opportunities to kind of show what he can do in the ring outside of ladder matches in the future. But one dude who did impress in this match, Max Caster, boy, his rap to the ring was solid. He came out, he was flying everywhere, did a nice little elbow drop from the top of the ladder. He really proved what he could do as a single star in this match. It was pretty phenomenal. It definitely came down to Scorpio Sky and Cody Rhodes, and Scorpio just his more confident and arrogant character as of late, just slamming that arm and pushing Cody off the ladder in the face, really mushing him, really, and taking down that gold brass ring, literally gold brass ring, to just win the match. He was my pick to win, so I'm happy that he's getting the push that he properly deserves, even if he doesn't win the title on Wednesday night. But this was pretty fun. Penta and Lance Archer, I think they really pulled the match together for the most part with just how they were involved. That Canadian Destroyer from Penta on that ladder, killed Cody, bro. Killed Cody. I'm surprised he even came back. That shoulder stuff was kind of prolonged a bit, but outside of that, this was really fun and solid stuff to watch. All 6 men really gave it their all and really made something fun out of it. So this is pretty cool. And coming in at number 3 from AEW Revolution, we got the street fight. Sting and Darby Allin versus Brian Cage and Ricky Starks of Team Taz. Boy, was this fun to watch. This was the best cinematic match that we've had in a minute, probably since the Boneyard match. But yeah, this is the best thing that they've done since then. And boy, oh boy, like this was so much fun to watch. Sting looked like he still had it in the ring, just taking those bumps like a champ in those spots. Darby Allin is crazy. Just like the little swinging spot through the window was just cool to see. The elbow drop from the platform to Cage below, like, oh, it was just wild. And I know that while those two are phenomenal, Brian Cage and Ricky Starks' performances can kind of get lost because the match wasn't really about them, but they really did put in awesome performances as well. Definitely, I would say Brian Cage really stood out the most outside of the 2 on the other team, of course. But this was fun. I definitely thought that the interference didn't really do too much in terms of just getting involved in the match and kind of taking away from it and stuff like that, because they ultimately got their payback from that bat by Sting. But yeah, literally everything in this match, down from the entrances, the lighting, to the finish in the ring with Sting just hitting that Scorpion Death Drop, it was chef's kiss. So I'm definitely going to go back and watch that again just to see like the intricacies and stuff like that. I love it. I love it. So yeah, this is pretty awesome. Coming up next at number 2 from Monday Night Raw, not Revolution this time. Thought you had me. But from Raw, we got Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. Boy, oh boy, was this spectacular. While I am fairly upset that it didn't happen at WrestleMania or even on pay-per-view, I kind of got over that. Raw needs these type of matches sometimes, and they surely delivered in the first hour of this programming, because my God, this was as physical as the matches I've seen in a long time. Just 2 big, rugged men just going at it for like 20-25 minutes. It was really a sight to behold. They really felt on even keel and even level. Even though there was no way Sheamus was winning the match, it definitely felt like he had a chance all throughout the duration of this match. He was killing him, even hitting a bro kick early. Like, stuff like that just really made the match just like fairly good to like carry out throughout the course of like 2 or 3 commercial breaks for the most part. That's how good it was to kind of carry it out through. So yeah, definitely great just job by these 2 men. That mid-air Claymore was fantastic as well, even though it looked kind of iffy, but still got the job done, of course, for Drew McIntyre on to WrestleMania, of course. But yeah, this was spectacular, honestly. And my number 1 match of the week, we're back to AEW Revolution. We're going to the main event, the exploding barbed wire death match between Jon Moxley and Kenny Omega for the AEW World Championship. Boy, I'm going to address the elephant in the room real quick. That ending of the pay-per-view sucked. Like, it was awful. Like, I heard it was like a botch, maybe, but there's no way that could have worked, honestly. So yeah, that was pretty bad. But everything preceding that was incredible. That was violent. That was crazy in so many ways. So many of the spots had me cringing more than I have ever cringed before at a pro wrestling match. The paradigm shift through the triple hell on the outside, like stuff like, oh my gosh, wow. Yeah, I can't watch that match again. Like, it was so fun to watch, but so like violent and cringe feeling in like so many ways. It felt real to an extent. It really did. Both of those men put their body on the line. One thing I didn't care for, I will say, was the interference at the end. I felt like it kind of tainted the victory, which could have been a really solid victory for Omega to just like shoot him through the stratosphere, just beating Moxley in his own game. But everything outside of that, it was incredible. Like, this was definitely the match that everybody was looking forward to from Revolution, just to see how it would play out. And boy, oh boy, did it deliver. Yeah, that was the best match, the number 1 match that I had seen this week. And that is going to do it from your boy. If you thought I left some matches that were pretty fine throughout this week, leave them in the comments. I will go back and I will watch them because I love watching wrestling matches. Yes, it's my bread and butter. But yeah, we'll be posting videos throughout the week. Definitely like, share, subscribe, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your pets, because you know that they doing stuff behind your back, of course. That's going to be it from me. Y'all see me soon, but I'm out. Peace. Enjoy yourselves. Love each other. Enjoy your week. Happy Tuesday. Come on now. I'll see y'all soon.